Well, we're excited that you're here with us. We are excited to share our new expanded VitaLink. We'd like to call it sometimes VitaLink 2.0 or VitaLink on steroids, what whichever we choose at the time. We say that it's expanded because we are opening this now to our sixth graders, our rising sixth through rising eighth graders, and the experience. Some of us that we have in here, we have been involved with VitaLink before. In the past, it looks different every year, from what we've gathered based on the historical data that we've gathered. It has looked different. Some summers it's 2 weeks, some summers it is 3 weeks. Just depends on the amount of students and amount of partners that are willing to be involved. So I am going to share my screen.
And for those of you that are new to VitaLink and Summer VitaLink, and because as the four of us kind of take on this new position with partnerships in the Career and Technical Education Department, we've been kind of securing and growing new relationships, that kind of continue to help connect the business and the community to our students in the classroom. So we kind of decided that it might be best if we had just kind of a quick meeting just to discuss what exactly Summer VitaLink is, because the program has been around for several decades. And it's been managed by different departments in the district. The last few years have been a little bit different than in years past, mainly because of COVID. There was no Summer VitaLink the summer of 2020. There was no VitaLink the summer of 2021. 2022, Summer VitaLink came back, but it was very limited capacity. So now that things are kind of ramping up post-COVID, and with the four of us in these roles meeting with you guys throughout the school year, we thought this might be a great summer opportunity to expand Summer VitaLink. And so, like Lizette said, it's a free learning program that we offer to our students throughout the month of June. And if you want to skip down to the next couple of slides, basically what I wanted to kind of make sure that everybody understood what we're asking of you guys, if you're interested in becoming a host site this summer. Our Summer VitaLink host sites welcome students, and they are chaperoned by the teacher, but they welcome students into their workplace, whatever it may be. But what we're asking our host sites to do is to provide hands-on career exploration, really targeting those pivotal middle school years, because in Fort Worth ISD, when a student reaches 8th grade, we've encouraged them to fill out our choices application. And what that is where the student kind of looks at the programs of study that they want to specifically target, what their interests are, and maybe possible career opportunities for when they are in high school. And that it really kind of centers around the Career and Technical Education branch of what Fort Worth ISD offers. Students have their, fine arts and their athletics requirements, they have their core class requirements, and then they have their career and technical education opportunities. And so we want to help them make an informed choice. And in order to do that, we want to be able to expose them to different types of career options to kind of help them make that connection between, what they might learn in school, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, and what a potential career could be. So if you see by that slide right there, free summer learning program. In the past, it's been, 1 week in the month of June, up to 2 weeks in the month of June. We're going to expand it to the entire month of June this year. Students are accompanied by a teacher chaperone. In the past, average participation has been about 100 students. 2018, we had 158 kids come through Summer VitaLink. 2022, it dropped to 65. So we're really hoping that we can kind of snap back to where we used to be pre-COVID. And then there's a picture right there you can see of the students at visiting Tarrant County Commissioner's Court. Sometimes it's an office setting, sometimes it's someplace cool, as you can see the airplane hangar out at TCC. So it just kind of depends on what your business or organization has to offer, and certainly don't feel like if an office setting isn't very exciting, because you certainly can make it so. So here's our proposed changes for Summer VitalLink this coming summer. We're looking to expand it to 4 weeks. Week 3 will be a shortened week due to the Juneteenth holiday. We want to allow more students to participate. That's really the driving goal behind expanding Summer VitalLink. We feel like we've made a lot of good contacts this year. We can increase our partnership involvement by adding those additional weeks, and that would increase student involvement and, of course, overall student opportunities. So we are in the hunt for additional host sites. If any of my colleagues want to jump in and add anything that I may have missed so far, feel free to do so. We can pause for questions as well.
Just a real quick, have you noticed that the weeks are a little shortened? We eliminated the Fridays because the school district is closed on Fridays during the summer break. So that makes it makes it difficult for transportation, specifically on those Fridays. So instead of completely eliminating days, we added that extra week. That was the reason for that week 4. And our goal, as Jamie stated, our goal was to have at least 100 students per week. They will have a teacher with them, and each week what we did is we kind of focused on a particular theme for each one of these weeks, with the first week really emphasizing STEM. So our engineering, our cybersecurity, cloud convergence, anything related to the STEM field, we really want to focus on week 1. Now, that doesn't mean that the other 3 weeks we wouldn't be able to accommodate our partners, because we understand that sometimes schedules can limit our participation. So we are opening that up in that manner. But week 2 is for our public service, culinary, hospitality, kind of our people-driven industries. And then week 3 and 4, because week 3 is a shortened week, these 2 weeks we have focused on more of the hands-on industries, everything from our automotive, aviation, welding, construction, manufacturing, logistics, all of those components in those 2 weeks. And additionally, on the Mondays of every week, we are going to dedicate that to more of an orientation. So students have an opportunity to do research on the organizations that they're going to visit during the week, while also asking someone from the organization to come in and be a guest speaker to, kind of field some questions before students go, maybe give an overview of expectations from the partner before the students attend the field experience.
Sounds good. Have we overwhelmed you guys with information so far? So basically, real quick, how does this partnership work? So Fort Worth ISD is going to provide you with the students. We will organize the host sites. At the end of this presentation, there'll be a QR code you can scan if you would like to become a host site, or it's definitely not like a contractual obligation, but if you want to fill out the form and just let us know that you're interested, but you may have a few questions, we can kind of work that out. So we will organize the host sites, like Lizette said, week by week, based on the commitment forms we receive. We will provide the teachers that will accompany the students to the site. So all of the children will be chaperoned. And we will also provide transportation. We will transport students and teachers to and from the host site each day. So you don't necessarily have to worry about that. And if the host site, if your business or organization is hosting students for a particular week, and maybe the site changes, the physical address of where the students are going changes from day to day, that's fine as well. Those are things that we would work out during that organization phase under bullet 1. So what we're asking of you guys is to provide experiential career learning. The students would only be there for a half day, so you wouldn't necessarily have to entertain them for a full day, but we really want to kind of focus on those experiential opportunities for kids, allow students to see and learn from professionals on the job, like I said, in an office setting, at a law firm, call center, tech center. Allow them to really kind of see what your colleagues and coworkers do on the job. Think of it kind of like, take your kid to work day. Really allow them to kind of see how adults interact with each other, how they interact with customers, and how they manage their day-to-day job responsibilities. And then, too, it's always important to provide some sort of hands-on activity. And, if you've got ideas swirling around in your head, we welcome those. But if there's something that you're kind of stuck on, we're all former teachers, so we're happy to help kind of formulate some of those ideas to really help the students provide those those hands-on activities that would help them kind of connect the learning, what's going on in the real world, to what they're learning in the classroom. All of this to say, like I said earlier, is to kind of help them really start thinking about what interests them, and then what type of career they might want to pursue, and those classes that they would need to take in high school in order to get there.
And Jamie, I'm going to step in really quick. So I know we had some partners that asked about full day experiences. We are currently working on a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club to be able to provide that afternoon experience for the student. And that may take place either at the middle school the middle schools that have been designated as sites for VitalLink, or at one of the Boys and Girls Clubs across the city. So we are actively working on that partnership, because what we found is we were not reaching all of our students based on the hours that we were providing for Summer VitalLink. So students are only with you from 9 to 12. So that's really the morning session, and that only works for a certain group of parents. And we want to make sure that we are serving all of our students. So by partnering with the Boys and Girls Club, this allows for us to have students in the program from the morning at 8, when they get dropped off at the middle school between 7:30 and 8, all the way through the afternoon at 4 or 5 o'clock, depending on that conversation with the Boys and Girls Club. So if you are, and I know that Miss West is on here as well, and some partners have chosen, maybe we're remote and we're virtual and we don't have a physical location anymore, then we offer the campus, the middle school campus, where you can actually bring your experience to the campus, and we have the students that will be there with you. And students will have the option, families will have the option to choose which week and which organizations they may want to visit throughout that week. So I just wanted to add that to our conversation.
Okay, and these are just a few pictures of VitalLink opportunities in the past, so you guys can get an idea of what it kind of looks like. And again, this is a little bit of job shadowing, a little bit of demonstration. You can see the pictures on the left really kind of show how the City of Fort Worth Emergency Services, allowed students to come into a call center to kind of show them what the systems look like, and the way that the dispatchers can communicate with each other. Just a little bit of a demonstration and a show and tell, so to speak. Sometimes it's as simple as just a visit to a boardroom, and have the students kind of look around and see what that office space kind of looks like. Not everybody has all the fancy bells and whistles, but again, this is kind of like how you want to make it. We don't necessarily have any parameters. Kind of feel like it's an opportunity for you to open your doors and allow students to kind of come in and explore. And I'll kind of go back to that experiential opportunity for kids. You'd be surprised that sometimes just sitting in a fancy chair at a giant conference table is pretty cool in and of itself, especially for a 7th grader. We do have a video to show, and I'm hoping that it works. If not, we can send you, you'll get a copy of it in the presentation. But if you want to advance to the next slide, Lizette, it's a video that the school district produced, kind of a feature video about Summer VitalLink. And it kind of, they interview some of the partners who have participated in the past. Yep.
I see we have a question in the chat. Karen, no, there are no parameters in the DFW area. We've taken students all the way to Dallas. However, that experience, when we have to drive all the way to Dallas, that cuts into their time within that organization. So we would have to organize that in a way where the students may be there the
A little bit
entire
longer,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the video is going to work.
Okay. I just updated it. So let's see if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear it?
No,
Okay.
but it's okay. It's okay.
No worries. We can
It'll-
You can drop a link in the chat so people can watch it on their own.
Yes, and it'll be in
so-
the presentation that we send out to everyone.
Yeah. So in order for you guys to become a host site, all we just ask is that you agree to accommodate students during one of those sessions. Half-day visits, as Lizette said, they're somewhat flexible in our planning. If you want to welcome students to your site, or if you need to use one of our facilities, we can discuss that as well. Just the QR code right there will take you to a Google form. So if you're interested in becoming a host site, please fill that out. Don't feel like it's an actual commitment today. But at least that'll kind of help us continue the conversation. And if you guys have questions, comments or ideas that we didn't share in this presentation that you'd like to discuss with us, go ahead and fill out the host commitment form, and that'll, like I said, help us kind of keep the conversation going. Do you guys have any questions, comments?
How many, you're looking at 100 students per week, how many students per visit?
Each visit will have a group of 10 to 15 students. So Karen, if you took on those 10 to 15, what we like is for you to have those students the entire 4 days or 3 days, or it may just be a 2-day experience. That's fine, but you're going to keep that same group. That way you can expand on their learning.
Right. And just so you know, the student teacher for field trip ratio is 15:1. So the students will be grouped in groups of 10 to 15. You may have as few as 10 and you may have as many as 15. Any other comments?
Is there kind of like an estimated date for that orientation session you're talking about, where we would come and talk and give them some more info about us?
Once, Caleb, once you decide on a particular week, then we will let you know. It'll be that Monday of that week, with the exception of the
Gotcha.
Juneteenth week, which will be that Tuesday. So it's the first day of the entire week, just to kind of get all the students acclimated and aware of where they're going and what to expect for that week.
Gotcha. And then the actual like programming would be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or to continue after the talk on Monday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great questions. Well, once again, we appreciate everyone for being here. If you will stay on to answer any questions, but we want to be mindful of everyone's time. If you want to talk offline, we can do that as well, just to help with the logistics. But if you would fill out that, scan the QR code, get on the schedule, and we'll reach out as we are planning this experience for our middle school students.
After hearing, this is Kay, after hearing the entire presentation, I think that's something that we can do. I can do that in 2 to 3 days. I think it'll be a good exercise.
Awesome, Kay. I'm excited about that.
Fantastic.
All right, I'm hopping off, but thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.